All right, so I basically want to pick up with where we were yesterday. Um, so hopefully you watched yesterday's lecture. Again, you're not going to need to take notes. Oh, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. I hope things are going well again. We do need to do a Google Meet or a Zoom or something this week so we can talk about things. But for right now, I'm just going to pick up this lecture where we left off yesterday, so you guys can see how you might want to approach your research. This is not 30 minutes every day of doing hardcore focused research, writing down information will probably be enough to get you through the next couple weeks to the point where you're ready to write your essay and ready to do other stuff. However, it might not be enough, especially if you have to get super creative about what you're doing your research on. Again, I've told you how many cards I want. And if I start thinking that you're not listening to my lectures, I'm going to start asking questions within the lecture that you then have to answer. And I'll say, okay, there are 5 questions from this lecture that you have to answer. So I really want you to focus on these lectures, and you might have to listen to them again, or at least fast forward to the parts where you need specific information. Okay, so we are starting today. I'm just continuing with my source cards. So yesterday you guys were supposed to do your source card, your 2 information cards, and a cue card. But I didn't get that far because I only have 15 minutes. So I am going to start filling out some of those cards to show you how I might do it versus something else. So let's get going on that. I have my computer set up so I have things side by side, because to me that makes things easier to write down information. I am not copying and pasting. You are not to copy and paste. Do not copy and paste. Oh, also, I have this information available because I don't have this memorized. And so I have to go back to the PowerPoint presentation that I said that you guys needed to have again and again and again in order to do things correctly. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the source card and this. So I have, this is Smithsonian Institution National Museum, see if I can spell museum, of Natural History Global Program. And notice that, like, even if I mess something up, I do go back and correct it. I was hoping there'd be an easy way to just italicize that, but now I have to go into this. Sorry. All right. So I want to italicize it. So I'm going to pause for a second because I can't find it. I swear I'm blind sometimes. Okay. So this needs to be italicized. Okay. Title of individual web page. Name of website, italicized. Name of publisher, unless it's the same as the author title. It's going to be, the name of the publisher, I can already tell you, is going to be the same as the title or the name of the website. So I don't think I need to do that again, but if you're not sure, do it again. Okay, date the page or website was accessed. Supposedly we accessed it yesterday. So yesterday was the 20th, so I would say 20th, the first 3 letters of the month, and then 2020. And then the URL. Okay, so now I've got to get the URL in there. Okay, well, I guess this is the time that you can copy and paste. But I don't want it to link. So this is what I have to put in. That's it. Now, my informational card, which needs to be the same color as my source card. So let's do this color. Okay. So one of my big ideas, I think, is going to be probably just general information. Oh yeah, like it says, general information. So I'm going to type in general information. Now remember, you're supposed to have one big idea per card and then supporting details and evidence. So I'm going to try and keep things grouped together. So basic data, let's go with basic data. And I'm big on subheadings. So general information, basic data. Okay, volcano number. Volcanoes have a number. Okay, honestly, I doubt if that is going to go into my report, but it is interesting that volcanoes have a number. So Eureka volcano number is 357120. I have no idea if that might make it into my paper or not. Okay, notice that as I press enter, which I shouldn't have, but as I press enter, it goes into the other card, and I don't necessarily want that happening. So if that starts happening, you don't have to enter. All right, so last known eruption was in 2020. So that's not very specific information, but maybe I'll look up some more information. Most recent eruption this year. Okay. Oh, there we go, entering again. Elevation. So elevation is, I'm going to go with feet because we're in America, United States. And although maybe I should go, I do know you guys learn the metric system in science, so maybe I should. Anyway, I'm going with feet. Latitude and longitude. So latitude and longitude really doesn't tell me anything, but maybe I want it. Latitude 49.42 degrees south. I don't know where my degree button is. This is so sad. All right, so sadly, I just put in a capital O. I think that was a capital O. Nope. A little o and did it as a superscript because I don't know how to get that. Okay. So you guys, sometimes doing just this is taking a lot of time, but it will take a lot less time to write your paper and help you decide what you're going to be in. So, or what you're going to be including in your paper. So just go with this for a minute. So longitude. In the past, you have been required on your trifolds to include this information. So even if you don't use this information for your essays, you will probably use it for your trifolds, so it won't hurt to have it written down. I need to learn. And I know this takes time, but being careful about everything from start to finish will help you do better on all of your assignments. And it's in the country of Chile. And honestly, I don't want any more information on there than what I've got. So this is my first card filled out. And I'm trying to keep it to one page. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. There's still a lot of more general information, but this is the basic data. Volcano types. Wow. So I'm not even going with that yet. I want to maybe keep going with some more basics with the information. So I'm going to say general information. Now this may say general information. Sorry, you guys want to make sounds. Okay. Okay. I think the population is interesting. Tectonic setting. So maybe some of this stuff that I need to look up is volcano type, stratovolcano, volcano. It is in a caldera, has pyroclastic cones, fissure vents, but I'm definitely going to have to do more research on the type of volcano. So rock types, again, I don't know if any of this information is going to be important, but we've got basalt and andesite and rhyolite. Again, so now there's all this information that I'm going to have to do some research on with what the heck is basalt and andesite and rhyolite. Tectonic setting, subduction zone, and some of the stuff you will be learning in science. So population within 5 kilometers, which is what, roughly 3 miles. 3 miles, 477 people. And if I care, I could add in more, but I'm not. So 6 miles, roughly, we've got 1,000 people. Okay, and I need to make sure I do this color again. Again, I'll make sure it's on one page so it looks decently. All right, so we're going to wrap that up here. But this is what I've got so far. This is taking me a little bit of time. It's going to take you guys a little bit of time. So when I say 30 minutes of research, I don't necessarily mean include this time that you're writing down this information. 30 minutes of research, and there's so much to figure out and to learn. So we will pick this up again for our next lecture. And if I feel like you're not listening, again, I will start asking questions. I hope you guys have a good day. I know these are painful lectures, but you need to see how to do things carefully and not copying and pasting and getting information down that you need to get down. Have a good day. Bye, you guys.